Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Bad Moon's Orbit. I am, as always, your Warhammer aficionado, Dalton Montgomery.
And I'm Darren Smart, and I'm pretty sure Warhammer is just one of the many tools Achilles used.
I am so happy to welcome you all back to another episode. As alluded to in a couple of our previous episodes, we have covered the realms. We have talked about the gods who have survived the end of the world that was and have reappeared now in the mortal realms. We have followed Sigmar's grand journey across the cosmos as he is uniting this pantheon, as he is exploring these realms. And right now, everything is on the up and up. And that can't last.
I'm so upset! Okay.
We have explored the Age of Myth in pretty extensive terms. A note on chronology. Mm-hmm. The Age of Myth lasts for an indeterminate amount of time. Sigmar's journey through it is a small chunk of it. Mm-hmm. Things kind of normalize. We get a state of like normalcy kind of post-assembly of the Pantheon. Mm-hmm. Where things are genuinely quite good. We have kind of this golden era during the Age of Myth where things are really like on the up and up. But the Age of Myth can't last. And over the course of this episode and the following couple of episodes, we are going to talk about how the world of the Mortal Realms transitions from what it in-universe refers to as the Age of Myth to what it in-universe refers to as the Age of Chaos.
Okay. It makes me sad, but okay.
I know. We've talked about all of these cool places. We've talked about all the like interesting things that are happening in them. And now there's a foot hovering over the sandcastle.
Oh, man. Okay, let's go.
But the Age of Chaos doesn't all happen at once, as I'm very fond of saying in this.
Dalton! Gaming things.
Oh, yeah.
I remember earlier this time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This feels like a cheat, but I just really like minis.
Yeah, minis are awesome.
I've been paying more and more attention to minis since doing this podcast with you, because like that's the whole core element, and it's neat. Also, I actually owned a little set of D&D pewter minis when I was in 7th grade. I didn't play D&D. I made a board game for my English class about Eldest, the second book in the Inheritance cycle by Christopher Paolini, and I needed pieces to use for the board, so my mom went to the fantasy store in the mall and got me these pewter pieces. And they were just the figures you used. And I still have like 3 of them. I think they've survived the decade and a half. So, minis are great.
They're so good. I am on record as a big fan of minis. If we're talking kind of abstract about game stuff, I'll mention I've been doing as we're recording this, we're right in the lead up to the launch of the 4th edition of Age of Sigmar.
Woo!
Hype. I have been practicing some new painting techniques in preparation.
Whoa.
This is going to come as a shock to some of you because I've been painting miniatures for 4 years now. Lord.
Ooh. Was that a pandemic hobby?
Yes. It was very much.
Nice. No, that's great.
No, yeah. I owned my first like Warhammer miniatures before that, but I bought them for like D&D games. And then during the pandemic, I was like,
well, I can't do anything.
I could get into this. Yeah. I'm spending all my time at home. But this is going to come as a shock to some of you who are already familiar with miniature painting, but I did undercoating on a miniature for the first time, and that is life-changing. I'm going to be doing that a lot more.
What does that mean?
So undercoating is usually you want to prime a miniature one solid color.
Yes.
That gives you a solid baseline. It's almost like a makeup foundation where it's just like, okay, this is a base
yes.
to work off of. Undercoating is where you prime the miniature black, and then you go over the top of it with a technique called dry brushing, where you take a stiff brush and you get most of the paint off of it, so you just have like the bare minimum kind of particles on it, and then you just lightly brush it over the miniature so that the bristles catch the raised parts of the miniature but don't get into the crevices.
Okay.
Yeah. So what that does is it kind of artificially highlights the parts of the miniature that are sticking out more. It leaves black in the crevices.
Ooh,
and then you take a very thin paint. In hobby, we usually call them contrast paints because that's the like Warhammer brand like type ones. They flow very well. They are thin, and you take that over the top of your base coat and dry brushing, so that you get the more vibrant, more saturated color on the places where the dry brushing has happened, but you keep that dark tone in the crevices and whatnot. So for fabrics, it gives a very realistic, like light, like light catching the edges of cloth or like the raised parts of the cloth and stuff.
Nice.
That's
really cool, Dalton.
Right, I've been enjoying it. Normally I just like base coat, and then I use a type of paint called a wash, which is a similar idea. It's like doing the thing in reverse, basically, where the wash will pool in the like receded parts of the miniature. So this is a new experience for me, and I've been enjoying it so far.
Nice. Yay, we love discovering new things in our hobbies.
Yeah, it's been a joy.
Age of Chaos.
Age of Chaos. The Age of Chaos doesn't happen all at once. As I am prone to say during this series, Chaos does not shout, it whispers. Chaos's defining characteristic is that it is corruptive. It weeds its way into the world, into the minds of people, and it slowly takes hold of them. So the Age of Chaos, there is an event that marks the beginning of the Age of Chaos, but that is not when the Chaos Gods arrive in the realms. It is the culmination of that. So, but before we talk more about the Chaos Gods, let's talk a little bit about that like golden age of the Age of Myth. So post Sigmar assembling the Pantheon.
It's got the band together.
Yeah, what does the world look like now that Sigmar has all the gods working together, has people roughly on the same side? There's still bad blood there. There's still issues there. But generally, everyone knows chaos is going to reemerge eventually.
Yeah.
And they want to do stuff to mitigate it. So, Sigmar goes back.
Nothing to do. It's up the elves.
Yes. The elves. Listen. Elves. Elves. Sigmar goes back to Azir, and he starts doing what he does best. He is building cities. He is introducing people to new technologies, like systems of government, organization. He steps back from his role as like a conquering god, as a like uniting the world through conquest god, and fully embodies his aspect as like a civics god.
Oh, okay. Got to do some engineering.
Yeah, everybody working together. Everyone thinking about the best ways to act and support each other, and he starts building more cities and like directing the building of more cities, not only on Azir, but just kind of across the realms. People come from Azir and they go to Akshi, and they go to not so much Ghyran, because Alariel was pretty clear.
Clear on the parameters of I don't want your civilization shit here.
Yeah. Ghyran is a wild place, so we're gonna
leave the wilderness untouched.
Yeah, absolutely. But settlements pop up in Gur, even like well-guarded, defended settlements, obviously.
Don't let those trees in.
Yep. Even in Shyish, where the realm itself is a place of apathy, it's a place of like deterioration. Yeah. They managed to build enduring cities in Shyish, partially with Nagash's help. Nagash is playing nice for right now. Everyone hates Nagash, but he is not currently a problem. And
not currently a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone is aware that if they make Nagash a problem, he's going to keep being a problem when Chaos shows up.
Dude, pretend he's not a problem.
Yeah. We're just going to, like, currently
Don't
he's playing
let
nice.
him be a problem.
Yeah. If it comes to it, he will help us beat the Chaos Gods, and then we will deal with whatever shit he pulls next.
All right, yeah.
But for right now, it's fine.
That's fine.
So Sigmar, that is Sigmar's want. He just fully embodies this, like, I want to spread order as far as I can. Because that is going to, not just order. We talked about this a little bit in the Akshi episode, but he doesn't just want to spread order in, like, an abstract way. Sigmar, especially during the time when Sigmar was alive as a mortal person, the influence of chaos was a thing that was overwhelmingly directed at the downtrodden. Right.
Socioeconomic disparities.
Yeah. Humans don't live very long in a world of people who live a long time. Humans are most prone to chaos corruption because chaos says, look, you're getting maybe 40 years. We're like a post-medicine world. Yeah. Or a post-medicine, very violent world. You're maybe getting 40 years. I'll give you 100. Hell, I'll give you 150. Just do dark things in my name. And you might even like some of them.
See, that's the thing. It's like, but doing mean things makes me feel bad.
Right. I will give you power, or I will give you pleasure that you've never known. Like going to someone who has lived on the street eating dirt their whole life and being like feasts every day of the year. All you have to do is kill this one nobleman or whatever, or do something to enact like my dark will.
Chaos, yeah.
That is how chaos gets into people.
Interesting. You're saying that perhaps the reason people are prone to doing destructive, harmful things may not be due to an innate moral or ethical failing, but because of extenuating factors that have left them feeling as if they have no hope and or options in life.
Yeah, we enjoy a little philosophy of justice here in Warhammer. So that is the chaos that Sigmar knows, and is the chaos Sigmar remembers. So he is not spreading cities out of just this like innate desire to, or this like want because that is his domain. He's doing it because he wants to avoid that as much as possible.
Okay.
He says if everyone has justice under the law, if everyone knows where their next meal is coming from, if no one is using power to abuse others, then chaos has less footholds into the world.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, all right.
It's a good plan.
Okay, Sigmar, yeah.
Yeah, right? And that's part of why Sigmar is so strongly opposed to chaos on like a fundamental level, because that is already Sigmar's domain, and it is a good bulwark against the kind of ways that chaos influences people.
Yeah.
So that's what Sigmar gets up to. Dwarven gods, dead, and still in service of Sigmar.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, Grimnir's gone, but the dwarves following in his tradition are still out doing their thing.
Yeah.
Fire Slayer's trying to collect all the pieces of Grimnir.
That's right, yeah!
Not to put it back together. Yeah, not to put it back together, but to do like his work, basically.
Okay.
They collect all of the like really easy pieces pretty quick.
First.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'd be weird if you collected the hardest pieces first.
Yes. And they kind of settle into this routine of, because they collect all the easy pieces, but so do like a bunch of other people. But they don't want to just like wage war, because that's like Grimnir was absolutely a god of war.
Yeah.
But he was acting as a protector god when he died.
Interesting.
And so a lot, and this varies from like Fireslayer clan to clan, but a lot of them take up this very deeply ingrained tradition of like mercenary work for Urgold specifically.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So they say, listen, you have like collected a stockpile of Urgold. It fell out of the sky near this settlement. We will defend this settlement for the next 50 years for all your stocks of Urgold, because we are putting it to its intended use, but that use involves defending people.
So we're gonna,
yeah. Some are a little bit more mercenary about it. It varies, obviously. People are people.
Yep.
But generally things are pretty chill. If you have Urgold, the Fire Slayers will protect you in exchange.
It's very like the Mandalorians who want to get that ore back.
Beskar.
Beskar, thank you.
Yeah,
God,
you're
I
good.
could not. I've been trying to pull it for like 3 minutes over here, and I just could not remember it.
Grungni is still around. He's paying off his debt to Sigmar still. We don't know. It's seemingly like we know into the modern day that Sigmar has been like, hey, like you're good, and
fine,
Grimnir is just like, nope.
He's very highly of himself, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. Still wanting to pay off that debt. We talked, I'm not going to rehash the things that Grungni makes because we talked about them in the Shaman episode. I am going to re-bring up, just because the more I've thought about it since that episode, the more weird it feels. We're not going to talk about it yet.
Okay.
But one of the things we know Grimnir makes during the Age of Myth is a magical artifact called the Anvil of Apotheosis.
Okay.
And it's weird that he makes it this early. We're going to get into it. It becomes extremely important later.
But right now he just happens to make this anvil.
He makes it presumably at Sigmar's request, because this becomes a Sigmar thing.
I mean, a bit. Anvil, hammer, yeah.
Yeah. The fact that Sigmar would request this artifact at this point speaks to maybe some anxieties he's having about his plan.
Interesting.
Without getting too into it,
okay.
The Anvil of Apotheosis is going to eventually end up being kind of like it is going to be the... No, I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
We'll sit on that juicy...
Okay.
Yeah.
Anvil. Got it.
Grimnir's side of the dwarves. So before Grimnir left Shaman, he gave the dwarves their, like, everything they would need, basically. It was just like, I'm going to invent some stuff. I'm going to leave you a bunch of ideas and blueprints and plans and materials.
Love it.
But then I have to go fulfill my debt. Have at it. Some of that gets lost in time.
As it would.
Yeah. To the point where in Shaman, the dominant dwarven faction comes to be known as the Caradron. Caradron, or Karak is the... Caradron's like a dwarven word that just means like the important dwarves, basically.
Okay, yeah.
And that itself even subdivides into, originally the Caradron are just kind of this like leadership organization. Eventually, the needs of the realm become such that they form this new group within the Caradron that are specifically focused on trade.
Okay.
They need more materials. They want to export the things that they are making to the other realms, give them access to it, that spirit of invention. And eventually, as often happens with economics, the trade and the like market makers and the merchants just are the Caradron. There is no more like independent government part of it left. It is just a like merchants guild that is in charge of the dwarves on Shaman.
Oh boy.
Yes, it is a mercantile government. Right now, they're still pretty chill.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, I just edited the Gur episode, Peek Behind the Curtain. I don't know if you remember in the Gur episode, we made a joke about there's no capitalism on Gur.
Yeah.
There is capitalism on Shaman eventually.
I would be shocked if the dwarves didn't eventually invent capitalism.
Say.
It feels like dwarves are going to eventually invent capitalism.
Yeah. The Caradron get there eventually.
Yeah.
Right now it's more like mercantilism. It's just I'm trading a good for another good because we both need it. But it's going to get worse. Can I
talk about the thing where you'll have folks in economics who are like, yeah, the earliest systems were always like, I'll trade you my extra spear for that fur thing you have. And it's like, it's always been like that. Yeah. Except it actually probably hasn't. Because that assumes that there are always an excess of what someone would always have an excess than they need for what you needed. And it's way more likely that actually it was just early societies or groups functioned off of, hey, I have this extra thing. You can just have it. Like, I don't need it. You can just have it. And you'll get me back later when you have an extra thing that I might need. Yeah. And that's why giving and receiving feels so good to us. We just want to give. Yeah. Because it was the earliest way that we survived in groups, is just having, when we had more than we needed, we would just give it out. Yeah. Because the community would then... And we broke that. Yeah. And capitalism broke it.
Communal systems. I mean, even before capitalism, like, we had money systems that were more equitable. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to remain in the episode, but my degree is in economics. Yeah. But even then, like, there are, like, Maori tribes that had, like, promise-based monetary systems where there wasn't a physical good. There was, like, an extremely socially complex system of, like, you still owed the person something, but it was like a community focused trait of it, so it's still like mercantile, but it's not like exploitative. It's not like an
XYZ cost of this.
Yeah, you would never have someone who was owed so many promises that they've run the world now.
Yeah, because that's because they're still like nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the Caradron go crazy with tech, by the way. Oh. Like, as is often the case when you just have this, like, the influx of power that, like, being a trade center gets you. The Caradron invent airships. They have these huge mechanical airships.
There are dwarves in airships?
They are dwarves in airships.
Are we thinking, like, is it, like, are we looking at a steampunk airship? Are we looking at space pirate? What are we talking about, Dalton?
It is steampunk.
Steampunk airships steampunk. On the dwarven planet.
I didn't put any in the visual reference, but they are... picture like kind of a World War II era ironclad. Yes. With balloons. Yes! Places in Shaman where Grungni was create this like pseudo radioactive substance of his own divinity, and they use that to power their ships.
Yes, they do.
Because part of what was lost in that translation is we lose the nuance of like, here I'm giving you everything that you'll need, but I'm gonna go work for Sigmar till my debt's paid off. Yeah. And a lot of the Caradron see Grungni as abandoning them.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
If we've gotten to the modern era and he's still not back.
Yeah, 100%. And so the Caradron definitely have like a vibe of like, well, we never needed you. This is our doing, and we are powerful in our own right.
I see. Okay. Wanting to be more powerful than the god. That's always a good look, gang. Right. Yeah, totally. I'm sure that'll be fine in the long run.
Right.
I'm sure that being your core motivation will totally be chill.
And then outside of Shaman and like the Fire Slayers, we do have another group of dwarves. We don't know like a super ton about them during the Age of Myth. They'll be more important later. But other dwarves who feel like either their gods are gone and dead, or they shared the Caradron sympathy of Grungni, like abandoning them. Collectively, those dwarves are known as the Dispossessed. They also
name.
Right. They also kind of take on that aspect of like, well, we can't really rely on the gods, so we are going to build up like ourselves. We're going to ally with more readily with humans and elves, and kind of form these like cohesive communities in that way. And that's neat.
Yeah,
we
I
like that. Yeah.
That's
what the dwarves are doing during kind of the status quo of the Age of Myth. Gorka Morka.
Gorka
Morka! Employed as Sigmar's monster hunter during the Age of Myth. Takes to it like a fish in water. Obviously.
Yeah.
Gorka Morka leads his grand hunt across all the realms for innumerable ages with whatever orcs want to follow him just in his stead the whole time.
Nice. I love that.
Right.
I love that for them.
He's so good. But he's too good at his job, if we're being real. Eventually, especially with the spreading of Sigmar cities and kind of the claiming of the wild places of the world by civilization, eventually Gorka Morka's hunting grounds, he gets to a point where Gairan and Gur are like the only places he can reliably find the kind of hunts that entertain him.
Yeah.
During this time, he's picked up like a tag along. One of the god beasts he was originally sent to hunt, they end up hitting it off instead, and now they're friends.
That's my favorite.
Right. Friendly rivalry is probably a better... Gorka Morka ends up friends with the god beast Behemoth. Behemoth is a giant. He is the giant. He is the son of Yimnog, who is the previous giant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense about why he would be the son.
Yeah.
The previous giant. Totally.
When Yimnog was alive, it was just him and Behemoth. And Behemoth was relatively little. He was like 30 feet tall.
Oh, yeah, comparatively.
And Yimnog's like the size of a continent.
Totally.
Sigmar killed Yimnog when he first arrived on Azir.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Because Yimnog claimed all of Azir for himself. He was a tyrant.
Oh, yeah, and Sigmar was not jazzed.
Nope. So Sigmar killed Yimnog, and we talked a little bit in the Actually episode. Yimnog, along with Dracothian, along with Volcatrix, are what we know in Age of Sigmar as zodiacal beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are god beasts who are more than just being big monsters. They're woven into the fabric of the realm.
Yeah, so killing that dude was a bad idea.
Yes. What happened in this case, nature abhors a vacuum. With the death of Yimnog, Behemoth grew to match roughly his size.
As you would.
Yep. Behemoth becomes the new world titan. And when Gorka Morka goes to kill him, they hit it off, and now they're just buddies. Gorka Morka and Behemoth wandering the realms on their big hunt together.
Cool. Go for them.
Right. But as hunting grounds get kind of rarer and rarer, they start looking for other ways to entertain themselves, because that's ultimately what both of them are in it for, right? And what they land on is just daring each other to do stuff. Basically, it's a high school party, right?
High school bonfire.
Right. Just
where someone smuggled out their dad's beers.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just Gorka Morka being like, hey, I bet you can't drink that whole lake. And Behemoth being like, betcha I can. And then he does. And he's like, I bet you can't bite the top off of all that mountain range. And then Gorka Morka's like, ha, bad bet. I've got 2 heads. And then and eventually, as these kind of things always do, it escalates to the point where it becomes a problem because they're causing a bunch of destruction. And Gorka Morka is getting a little bit, because Behemoth's like matched him blow for blow this whole time. And so finally Gorka Morka's like, I got one that you's never going to be able to do. I want you to beat Sigmar in a fight.
Why did you tell your buddy to do that?
Because he's Gorka Morka.
Yeah,
and he couldn't beat Sigmar in a fight. They fought to a standstill.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's worked up, and he's like,
all right, you can, go fight the guy that killed your dad.
Yeah.
Gorka! What the fuck, man?
Long story short, Behemoth does. He goes to Azir to fight Sigmar.
Does Sigmar know what's going? Does he know?
No.
He's just at work, and then all of a sudden, this giant,
the New World Titan,
the New World
shows up
Titan
to
rolls
pick a
up,
fight.
and is like, okay.
By all accounts, Behemoth like strode into his ear, yelling like, "Come fight me, bro! Like I want a challenge." And Sigmar threw Galmaraz over his shoulder, like didn't even look, and beamed
Just right behind. He's at his computer.
Yep.
Catches it.
Beamed Behemoth in the head and knocked him unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't kill him.
Didn't kill him. Knocked him unconscious. How does that work when you knock a giant world titan unconscious on the realm you live?
Crushed a city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Became a new mountain range.
Is he still there?
Yeah, Behemoth is unconscious for the entire Age of Chaos.
Oh, poor Gorkamorka. His buddy's not around.
Right. Gorkamorka thought it was a hoot.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's true. He's just waiting for him to wake up.
Yeah.
What is time?
He's a god. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The giants tell it. We don't know how true this is because it's giant oral tradition.
I love giant oral tradition.
Right. To hear the giants tell it, this was the beginning of the giant race.
Nice.
They say that when Behemoth fell and hit the ground, he vomited up the first of the giants. And all other giants are descendant from that.
Absolutely.
It's very Greek. It's very Athena emerging from Zeus's headache, kind of.
Oh, yeah. It's always people were made out of the gross insides of another deity.
Yeah. So that's how the giants tell it. We don't know how true that is, but...
Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How does that timing work, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have any explicit stories about giants before that point, but...
So... all things considered, yeah, probably. Yeah. Sure, might as well take them at their word.
Giants just go on to do giant stuff. This will be important later, but some of them they move to Gairan, found like cities amongst the mountaintops where they'll be left alone, and they actually found these like kind of technologically impressive cities, which is not a thing usually associated with giants. Giants aren't like innately dumb in the same way that like trolls are, where their like brains just don't work right, but they tend not to be super into like academic pursuits because they're 30 feet tall. Like a giant.
It's hard to get a good education if you can't fit in the building.
Yeah, or even just like if you're born a giant, you probably live with other giants for a while, and then the food needs of giants are such that they tend to be solitary.
You can't really
after
hang
that.
out with other giants.
Yeah, and then the easiest way to get food is to just steal it from people who are a 10th your height.
Yeah.
Like, so giants can learn, they can be smart. Most just don't have the incentive to. Right?
Fair. Okay, yeah, fair. I can't really hold that against the giants.
Yeah.
We're just not built for you.
Yeah. But we get giants who move to Gairan. They form this society in the mountaintops. They collectively come to be known as Sky Titans.
Such a good names on this episode.
Right. They'll be kind of important later, but for the most part, they're just chilling up there.
Okay.
But that's what Gorkamork's up to. He goes back to hunting after Behemoth gets KO'd.
Just one-shotted.
And we'll be back to Gorkamorka here in a minute, or probably in the later episode, because he's important to stuff that comes later. Elf time.
Okay, Elf. Yeah, how these fools doing?
Teclis and Tyrion almost entirely focus their efforts on perfecting the process to pull souls out of Slaanesh.
Yeah.
Which, fair enough.
I mean, honestly, like, okay, again, I get it. I'm not saying I would do something different if I was in their exact position. I'm just saying I'm not, so I'm going to judge them for jeopardizing the whole mission. Yeah,
100%. Teclis uses his mastery of the arcane arts to just like basically build these wards and protections that make it much easier to pull souls out of Slaanesh. It's still a super slow process. Slaanesh consumed basically every elven soul in existence during the end times, and that's just going to take a while. Marathi is the one who helped design like the chains binding Slaanesh, and she tells them like, hey, this is a temporary solution. Like nothing will hold forever binding a chaos god. So like you should think about the contingency for that. And they just kind of don't.
God damn it!
Yeah, it's going to be a running theme that the other gods don't listen to Marathi to their own ruin.
They just dislike her so much that they refuse to take her good advice.
They don't trust her, and like I get why they don't trust her, but come on.
Yeah. But it's like, hey, you should definitely come up with a contingency plan for when this dude inevitably breaks out.
Right.
And you just don't because
Right.
like, well, it's Marathi. I don't trust her. It's like, okay, I don't see how any of the advice I gave you could come back to
Right.
telling you, hey, not even she didn't even give him the plan. She's not even saying
Right.
you do this. She just said, yeah, you should definitely come up with a backup plan for this. And he just doesn't.
A lot of it comes back to, if there's anything in the whole world we know about Teclis, it's that he's already sure that he's correct, right?
That's true. Does he think it just won't happen?
He thinks that they'll be able to get the elven souls out. If he puts most of his effort to perfecting the process, they will be able to get all of the elven souls out before the chains break, and then they can do something about it.
Okay. Do they?
We'll find out.
Okay. Spoilers!
But even during that process, Teclis is very concerned with the development of, because they had their first batch of elves. They went bad. They're underwater soul raiders now. Yeah,
my favorites.
Yeah, they're great. We love them. But so Teclis is like really concerned with the development of the Lumineth, their second attempt.
Yeah.
The light elves. He misses the world that was. He misses Ulthuan. He wants to like reintroduce that like culture to them.
Okay.
And he also wants them to be the best they can be.
Okay.
And so he is going to turn into just the worst helicopter parent.
There it is.
In the whole mortal realms. Yeah. He helps develop a thing called the Teclian Ladder. Because of course he does. Because of course he does.
All right.
Which is a like multi-step process for just being a good like person that is entirely achievement based. It is literally like, this is the lowest rung, knowing all of these complex things and how to utilize them. Above that rung is like self-actualization.
Okay.
And then there are 100 more rungs.
It's like if Maslow's hierarchy of needs kind of sucked.
Yeah. It's if Maslow's hierarchy of needs didn't even have like food and shelter and stuff on it. It was just like, you're not even really a person until you can do very complex magic. If that's where it started.
Where's the brother at? What's he doing there?
Tyrion, we don't have like a ton of info. He's still blind, so he has to hang out with Teclis most of the time because he sees through Teclis's eyes. Yeah. But he's generally chill with it.
I mean, Tyrion, we got folks who don't have magical bonds with their kind of morally twin brother, and they have what's called guide dogs. We could get you a guide horse if you're allergic to dogs.
He does like horses.
There are these zoological beasts, zoocosmological beasts.
Yeah.
We could get you one of those if you want, so you don't have to hang out with your weird morally brother all the time.
From what we get, Teclis is still kind of recovering, is the vibe that we get. He took the end of the world a lot harder than Teclis did.
He was told he was going to save it all, and they even killed a god to bring him back because he was supposed to save it all, and then he didn't. Like, I get it, but like, how much time do you need, my man?
Right. We get the sense that he's still struggling with the curse of Cain. He still has rage outbursts.
And you know what would be great for that? An emotional support animal!
Yeah, right?
We could get a service animal and they're trained to do multiple things.
Honestly, just get him a dog.
Just get this man a dog!
He does. We do know that he like spends some time like training some of the Lumineth. Like he teaches them like swordplay. That is always a thing that he prided himself on. So that's both therapeutic and again, like we know chaos is coming.
Good for him. Okay, yeah. I'm glad he has his hobbies. A little bit of that.
Yeah. The Lumineth split into 9 nations across Hysh. Hysh has 10 continents. The central continent is for Tyrion and Teclis. And then 9 nations, each of which like specializes in their own branch of magic and general approach to things. There's one that's extremely weird that I'm going to mention briefly, even though it hasn't really hit its like pinnacle yet, called Eumetrica.
Why?
I don't know why it's called that.
Yeah.
But it gets extremely into it's that twisting of the kind of like Lumineth view of the world.
Okay.
Where it is kind of modeled after Yvres, which was was Alariel's old kingdom in the old world.
Okay.
And it had kind of a life focus because it was the seat of the Everqueen.
Yeah.
And so in the old world, it was like, yeah, this is where all the bountiful crops come from, and the life magic is practiced, and like high birth rates, and like the continuation of the elven people. Because elves naturally have very low birth rates. That's one of their like
Classic
flaws. Yeah.
Classic. Over here, I've got ElfQuest. I've got all the original run of ElfQuest on there. That's like a big component, is that these fools just cannot reproduce
Right.
reliably.
And so Eumetrica takes that like core idea, and they're like, yeah, life and nurturing and the continuation of the elven people. You know what would be great for that? Healing magic? No, cloning.
Oh my god, I was not prepared for cloning. What?
It's very much the Lumineth
Where
thing.
are the souls coming from?
The same person.
Have they talked to the orcs about this?
No. There are people with like dozens of clones at some point in Geometrica's history, and they're just like, yep, more elves. Like, we did it. If there's anything that defines the Lumineth, it is taking a problem and finding the most like sterile, science-y way to approach it, even beyond the point of reason.
Yeah, I don't need to hang out with these people.
Their life, it's that when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like nails.
Yeah.
But their hammer is like a calculus textbook. It's just, can we solve this problem by being huge smartasses about it?
Okay, yeah.
And the answer is always yes.
Well, yeah, Techless is their patron.
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say.
surprised.
Very techless.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Hish. That's what the High Elves are up to. Marathi basically checks out of the Slaanesh plan.
That's fair.
Yeah.
She got what she needed.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to be involved with these fools anymore.
Now, she thinks it's going to bite him in the ass,
Yeah.
so she doesn't want to be near it.
And she does not need to be near Slaanesh
No,
at all.
nope. She's the only elf from the old world who's not a god.
Yeah, which is some bullshit. I'll say it again.
So she kind of gets back to doing what she was doing in the old world with a little bit less maliciousness, where she trains her elves to be spies, to be
like infiltrate all places, to have all the network of information.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and like I said, she wants the information. She wants to have her influence spread. But again, there's a tiny touch of altruism there. Like if a city comes under attack, she names her faction the Daughters of Cain, because that's her alibi now, right? Is that she is the High Priestess of Cain. She's got
the
his
heart
in a bag. Yeah.
Doggy bag.
So she names her temple the Daughters of Cain, and that is her organization. It's so good. And so if there are like spies from Marathi in your city and stuff, that's spooky. But if your city gets under attack from outside forces, the daughters show up. Like,
yeah, not a bad vibe.
Yeah.
To be like, it's kind of unsettling. But if things break bad, we do know they're here, and that's good.
Yeah, and Cain's the god of murder.
Yeah.
Like, if someone attacks your city, you might never know about it.
That's great. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the daughters are super cool, by the way.
Yeah, I'm definitely being like, so I'd rather run with them than anything Techless has going on.
Yes. But that's Marathi. She just kind of infiltrates cities and stuff, gets the daughters spread out, speaking the good word of Cain, bringing knowledge back to Marathi. Always has to know what's going on.
Yep.
We don't super know what Malarian's up to, which is going to be a trend.
Right, yeah, that's what you said. Like, he never created anything. He's got the souls, but we don't know what he did with it, right?
Yeah. Presumably he made like his own elves. Like Umbraneth gets thrown out occasionally. But yeah, he does a thing like during the very near the end of the Age of Chaos that's important. But during the Age of Myth, he's just secrets.
Okay,
hanging on to his secrets.
That's his jam. So yeah, sure, whatever.
It's his vibe.
Not surprised.
Alariel fully embraces. When Sigmar found Alariel, she was in her like spring aspect.
Yeah.
She was open to
growth.
Open to trying new things. That's probably part of why she partnered with Sigmar so willingly. And at Sigmar's bequest, she fully embraces that. In the past, she had been, even during spring, a little bit reserved. She didn't want to push her influence out too far because even though she's deeply rooted to Gairan, she worried about like stretching herself too thin.
Okay.
But as part of Sigmar's thing, like everyone should know where their next meal is coming from. People shouldn't have to deal with hardship and sickness. He highly encourages her, like, yes, push your influences out as far as it can go. Help create bountiful crops and healing medicines and bring them to the other realms so that people don't have to deal with those hardships, so that we can bulwark against chaos.
Okay.
And she does.
Yeah.
Gairan feeds all the other realms.
Wow.
Yes. Again, we're talking a pumpkin the size of a building.
Pumpkin.
that can like imbued with life magic pick itself up and walk to where it's going, right? Like
bibbidi bobbidi boosh bullshit
Yeah.
right there. I love it.
Gairan produces incredible medicines that go out to the other realms. We haven't talked about this a ton because it's going to be more important later, but each realm has a physical substance that's like the coalescence of its magic.
Okay.
It just does to you what that realm does generally. Like Gur's is Amberbone.
What a good name.
Yeah, if you're in possession of Amberbone, it makes you stronger, but also a bit more like fighty.
Feral?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you eat Amberbone, it turns you into a were creature.
Don't do that.
Yeah, there's some.
Do you get to decide what kind of weird creature?
No.
All right, don't do that then.
There's some orcs that like ritualistically practice like were creaturing,
Okay.
and they turn into boars. But that's because Gorkamork has got kind of a pig theme.
That tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. All that to say, Gairan's, those are called realm stones, and Gairan's realm stone isn't a stone. Actually, most of them aren't stones, which is super funny. But Gairan's realm stone is Aqua Garanis. It's liquid.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Aqua.
And it is pure distilled life magic. So,
Nice. Is it shimmery?
Yes.
Good.
A drop of Aqua Garanis can cure you of any disease. Imbibing it over long quantities of time can supernaturally extend your life.
Nice.
There's a famous bounty hunter in the modern day named Halavar Toll, who's probably like 300 years old because he exclusively works for Aqua Garanis.
Yeah, that's smart. I would too.
100%. But Aqua Garanis gets spread out across the realms as a cure-all, eventually to the point where...
The one cure-all that actually works.
Yeah. Eventually to the point where local communities will have their like individual currencies and stuff, but Aqua Garanis becomes the universal currency.
Yeah,
I
that makes
will-
sense. Everyone will find value in that.
Yeah, I'll trade you a tablespoon of Aqua Garanis for anything, right? And so that's like Alariel is helping in that aspect. She's pushing her influence out further and further, so more and more crops and healing medicines can be produced. She has less direct control because she's spreading herself so thin, but it's more. And that's what we need right now. We
Yeah,
need
we need
abundance. We need
abundance.
post-scarcity. And the Sylvaneth, her tree people spread out as well.
Okay.
Sylvaneth leave Gairan for the first time. They spread to other planes, and they find that being on another plane separated from the realm of life causes them to adopt the qualities of that plane in a very powerful way.
Interesting. What happens if they go where the trees eat people?
They get real feral. They basically become those people-eating trees, but like sentient and still themselves
Okay.
to a respect. But like if they go to Shaman, they become iron oaks, and they just have like steel-like bark. They can go to Akshi.
Iron Oak is another good name.
It's so good. They can go to Akshi and become I can't remember what they're called, but it's like cinder, like ashwood. Like they have internal flame and stuff.
Yeah,
because they're inherently kind of magical, and so they just adopt that more.
Just adopt the
powerfully.
magic. I love that. Just as a vibe.
They're very good.
Well, here's the thing. I love region-specific things in general. So, like, region-specific Pokemon is my jam. So, of course, I love region-specific sentient tree people.
Yeah, they're great. And then Nagash.
Yeah, I guess we gotta. Go check out what's going on out here.
People don't trust Nagash.
No, of course not.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of the worst.
Yeah. He's a big hashtag problem.
Yeah. Nagash's, like, peace offering is that if there's anything that he has access to, it is labor.
Yeah.
So all those cities we were talking about that Sigmar is going out and founding and building and stuff.
Someone's got to build them.
Yeah, those are going up so fast because they're not being put together by living people who get tired and need meals. They're being put together by skeletons and zombies and all the other dead that Nagash can conjure to
do
the hard
unpaid
stuff.
labor.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
I guess they're
skeletons,
dead. They're not real.
Yeah. There's a time in the Mortal Realms where, like, if you live in a city and you want a house built, you can just find your local vampire and be like, hey, can you have the skeletons build me a house? And
You
they'll
just
be
contract a local skeletons.
yeah, and you don't have to pay for it. The labor's free. So the vampire's just like, yeah, we'll get you on the schedule. Yeah.
You don't have to pay the vampire for theirs. I feel like they should be making, the contractor should be making something.
They probably have an agreement where they get to feed on the populace, but it's
That's
chill.
fair.
Yeah.
But it's chill. But everyone's like, it's all above board, it's all consensual. We have the paperwork, we have the receipts.
Yep, absolutely.
Bet.
Nagash is playing nice. and we're going to take that as far as it will take us.
Okay. Run with it. Everyone's a little like, I really hope Chaos shows up soon before he gets bored.
But while Nagash is playing nice, that's not his focus.
No.
He can conjure a billion skeletons into existence without even breaking a sweat. He's the god of death.
Yeah.
What he is up to during the Age of Myth is conquering Shaiish. We talked about when he got there were all these individual scattered afterlives.
Yeah, everyone had their own thing going on.
Yeah.
And he didn't care for that shit.
No.
Okay.
All these souls are his. He wants them all to be subservient to Nagash.
Of course he does.
He can't have them having their own little structures and beliefs. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
They just should be part of Nagash. So he sets about conquering the afterlife with his endless hordes of skeletons and
You're
zombies.
Dead
Right.
in your afterlife, and then a fucking war shows up. You're like, well, that's not what I paid for.
Right. He enlists his Mortarks. These are people that largely existed in the world that was. They were the head of his armies back then, and they are again. We have some big names, so if you're an old world fan, he just like kept the souls of his Mortarks with him so he can put them in new bodies.
Okay.
We have Manfred von Karstein, who's a vampire, obviously. We have Neferita, or Neferata.
I remember her.
Yep.
Yeah.
First of the vampires.
Yeah.
We have Archon the Black. He was from Khemri, like Nagash originally was. He was his first disciple. Learned necromancy from him.
Yeah.
And then he recruits another one during the Age of Myth.
Oh, does he now?
He does.
Okay.
Because while mostly conquering Shaiish is child's play to Nagash, he does actually face resistance in one part. He goes up against this warrior who was originally from Gur, and when he died, ended up in like a Valhalla-esque warrior's
afterlife.
Was it the
Vikings?
Yeah.
There had to have been a Viking one, because earlier when I said, oh, can you imagine how much it sucks you're in the afterlife and a war shows up? And I thought, well, I mean, unless you're an Inhari in Valhalla, then that would be your whole jam. So yeah.
He's actually got a lot more like Greek theming, which is fun.
A choice.
But he doesn't take like Nagash's invasion lying down. He like rallies all the souls in his afterlife to fight Nagash's invasion, and he holds him off for a long time. It's actually extremely frustrating to Nagash because that afterlife is pretty close to where like Nagash comes to, like his seat of power, and so we get this thing where Nagash has conquered like all the territory around this afterlife and like off into the distance, and there's just this chunk right in the middle that's still holding out. But you can't fight endless undead and endless other afterlives.
Even if you're an undead.
Yeah, Nagash eventually takes it, or Nagash eventually pushes up to the point where it seems inevitable, and this general decides, okay, like this is a fight I have lost. I'm going to go and like seek parley with the god of death.
Yeah.
Because I am that confident in myself, and say, cool, I will like completely surrender, and you've seen what I can do.
I'll do it for you.
I want to lead your armies. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I want to be the highest
What
general amongst all of your generals.
Yeah,
even the ones that served you in the world that's now dead. I want to be ranked above them.
Yeah, man. Ask for what you're worth.
Yeah. And
Nagash
is impressed, and he says, yeah, much to the chagrin of Neferata and
everyone else is pretty fucking pissed.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you all doing here? You aren't gods.
That man's name is Orpheon Catacros.
Yeah.
Check it off your bingo cards, people who play Age of Sigmar, because he's still around.
Hey.
He's got a miniature.
Hey.
And he takes up command of, he starts leading Nagash's crusades deeper into Shaiish to take other afterlives. And he does a great fucking job.
I'm sure he does.
He is almost certainly the preeminent tactical genius of the mortal realms.
Nice. Good for him.
He's great.
Does everyone else know this is happening?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
people don't like to go to Shaiish anyways, and part of no one wants to poke the bear, I guess you could say.
No, for sure. I'm just thinking, like, we got all these gods running around, and what are your things when you're a god? And I get that, like, most of these races like live a long time, so like probably afterlife concept isn't as much of a priority as it would be with humans.
Yeah.
But like, part of your beliefs when you're a god is like what you're promising your followers
right.
for following you in life. what they will get in death.
Right.
And it sounds like none of them are able to guarantee that promise anymore. And
Right.
it feels like if that word got out, everyone would start to see more challenges in getting these races to continue to play ball.
You'd think.
But no one cares.
No one cares. It's kind of complex. The dwarves are already like, because their goddess of the afterlife is dead. She died in the old world.
Yeah.
So
this dude killed her.
Yeah. So they're already like, they don't have that promise to work off of anyways.
Fine. They're excused from this.
Yeah. The elves.
But honestly, they should actually be 3 times as pissed off as anyone else.
Right.
This same dude
Right.
is the one that killed her.
What are you going to do against the god of the dead?
Kill him! I don't know how. I bet Teclis could figure it out.
Teclis probably could figure it out.
I bet he has figured it out, just hasn't fucking told anyone because he's saving it in his back pocket when he should be figuring out how to keep this chaos demon from getting loose.
We don't really know what the elves think about it. I think they're just trying to play nice. The orcs don't care because they don't go to Shaiish. Yep.
They're also excused.
We do know, I don't think Sigmar knows what Nagash is doing, but we do know that part of his deal with Nagash was promising him that human souls would go to Shaiish.
Oh.
Because there was a point where Sigmar was considering making like a separate afterlife for humans, potentially like on Azir.
Yeah.
But that's something he gives up in negotiations with Nagash. He says, yes, you get the human souls. He doesn't think that Nagash is going to like conquer Shaiish and turn it into this like horrifying Amalgus afterlife.
Why would he not think that?
He's got other stuff on his mind. I don't know.
If I'm a human, my god's the god of civilization. And things look like they're pretty good. And then I find out he told this monstrous death god that he gets all of the human souls. I think I'm buddying up with chaos pretty quick. Because you know what? Fuck it all, I guess. Because my god who's supposed to protect us all has already condemned me to an eternity of whatever the hell this monster has planned. Fine. I want to live my life having feasts and parties and bacchanalia. I'm over it.
We're starting to see some of the cracks in Sigmar's plans.
Yeah.
His let's make everyone be friends, including the worst monster in history.
Yeah, it's like, no, you can't be friends with everyone because some people want to kill everyone that they don't like or think are human. And you don't negotiate with that. You don't give that person a seat at the table. You bash them over the skull with one of the chairs.
So...
Sigmar, you killed this man once, you could have done it again. That would have solved this problem real fucking quick.
He thinks he needs Nagash's help against chaos. And he's probably right. Like, yeah.
No, you need to make sure that the rest of the entirety of your population don't side with chaos and give him a foothold.
You're also not wrong. Yeah. But there's one more. This is kind of referred to collectively as the Pantheon of Order. It's again, we're building up that wall against chaos.
Toast my goats.
Yeah. One more big development near the end of the Age of Myth for the Pantheon of Order. The lizards are back.
Oh. Where y'all been?
In space.
I'm sorry, you want to remember me one more time, Dolphin? The space lizards?
Yeah. So...
Excuse?
In the world that was, right, lizards were the first of the old one's creation. They're basically like order reptilian robots. They are born with a plan in their head of what their whole life contains. Yeah. And then they get frustrated because the world has changed too much. The plan isn't accurate anymore. During the end times.
Did they get in a spaceship and leave?
They did.
Oh
during the end times, it is revealed that the huge, like, Mesoamerican style pyramids that the lizards live in were secret spaceships the whole time.
No.
And the slan, the frog...
secret spaceships.
The highest caste of lizard society, the slan, who are frog-like wizards.
Oh, yeah, the frog-like wizards, of course.
Yeah, they went, okay, the great plan has failed. Everyone in the ship.
It's all went bunk. Get in the car.
Yep.
Get in the car, loser. We're leaving all of reality.
All the lizards who could retreated to the temple ships, and the temple ships fucking took off into space, and no one has seen them since.
It's so long, and thanks for all the fish.
Yep.
Dolphins just leave.
Yep. The slan go into hibernation. They can do that thing where real frogs do, where they just turn off their bodies forever, and then come back on when they need to. And most of the Seraphon just like die.
Yeah.
But the temple ships in space like hold on to their souls. They just go into cryo, where cryo is your soul being stored in a temple spaceship.
Yeah, okay, man. Sure, for real.
This is one of the few renamings that I like because it indicates a change in like form and function. The lizards come to be known as the Seraphon, because now the temple ships traveling through space, the Slann like wake from their slumber and they mentally, like psychically, like it's super funny because what it literally is the Slann are like, ooh, lizard brain, and they find Dracothian's mind in the void of space.
They find dragon best friends. Yeah. Okay.
They find and they connect to Dracothian's mind, and he's like, wow, you are not like anything I've encountered before. Like, where are you from? What happened to you? And like the Slann don't know anything about like what's happening in the mortal realms yet. Yeah. They just answer the question.
They've been asleep.
Yeah. They just answer the question in the best way they know how. Up to this point, like Sigmar told Dracothian what happened with the world that was, but we know how Sigmar feels about it. He's not going to go into deep details about it.
Yeah, he's just everything broke bad.
Yeah, he's just focused on everything went to shit. I'm going to make sure it's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
And Dracothian hasn't pressed because he's his friend. And
it's like, okay, you probably should share more, but I'm not going to make you.
Dracothian asks the Slann, who are you? Where did you come from? And the Slann show him the end times.
Oh.
They just psychically project the whole thing. Dracothian sees the end of Sigmar's world for the first time in every detail, and he weeps openly.
Yeah.
Like his like magic of the heavens infused tears like make new stars in the sky.
Damn.
Yeah.
You ever been so sad you make new stars in the sky?
And he wails out in mourning, and the Slann steer the temple ships towards his voice.
Yeah.
And they arrive in the realms. We just get this fleet of Seraphon temple ships. Yeah. We get this fleet of Seraphon temple ships that just like arrive in the mortal realms, and they just hang out above his ear. They don't come down. They like make contact with Sigmar, and he's like, I didn't really interact with you in the old world, but if you're on our side, great. And the Slann are like, yep.
You got a dragon friend.
Yep. And when the Seraphon are needed for stuff, their souls are stored in the temple ship. They don't have physical bodies. The Slann use Azir, the magic of the heavens, to make bodies out of like heavenly light for them.
Oh.
And so you just get this like there's a battle happening somewhere on the plane, and temple ship like floats into the sky above, and then just like Star Trek
just beam them
teleporter
down.
Just a legion of Seraphon manifest in the world.
That's great.
Right?
That's so weird. Right? Who came up with that? I hope they got paid their word.
Right?
Just these lightning bolts? Just these giant lizards coming down with lightning bolts?
Yeah.
They're like dinosaurs.
Yeah. Base level
dinosaurs
Seraphon.
lightning bolting out of stargates.
Yeah. You can see there's like a Slann floating there.
Yeah.
He's the big frog on a chair.
Yeah.
And then just the very dinosaur like Saurids are like the main Seraphon. I think there's like a Croxagore maybe somewhere in there, just like a big crocodile one.
I like these guys very much.
They're very good. But yeah, they were committed to fighting chaos in the world that was. They're here committed to fighting chaos again now, even though they are heavenly lightning lizards. All under the direction of the almighty Slann. Lord Croak is here.
Lord Croak!
He decided to stop being dead.
Good for him.
That's also not a joke. It's literally like he was dead for innumerable ages, and then he just decided to stop.
Yeah. Did he get to fucking Death Realm and realize this sucks? I hate it.
No, we don't know where he was because he wasn't in the afterlife in the old world either. He was just chilling. But we love Lord Croak for that. But yeah, the Seraphon are here. They just kind of hang out above his ear.
Okay.
During the rest of the Age of Myth, they commune with Sigmar occasionally, and otherwise, they're waiting for chaos to show up. Speaking of which,
oh no,
chaos.
Yeah, eventually.
Yes.
It's myth to chaos, so eventually chaos has to make an appearance.
So that is the state of the realms, and we talked about Sigmar's plan. if we make everything good and we keep people from want, we will keep chaos out.
Okay.
And that works for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, the chaos gods find the realms. We don't know exactly how, but they can't get in on their own. They need someone to let them in.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, they can't find a foothold.
Because no one is...
Yeah.
Like, there's no one they could tempt to let them in.
Yeah. Things are too good. Things are chugging along.
Mm-hmm.
And so they change strategy.
Oh.
Because corruption is not just a symptom of the downtrodden.
Yeah, there you go. It's the folks who get too comfortable and fear losing their comforts.
Mm-hmm. In the same way that corn might empower someone to do violence to better their horrible situation, he might empower someone to do violence because they enjoy it.
There you go.
In the same way that Slaanesh might tempt someone who has had nothing with having something, they might also tempt someone who has much with having a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
The chaos gods latch not onto the lowest in society, but onto the highest.
Oof. Yeah, that's gonna see instant impact.
Mm-hmm. Unlike the old world, where chaos incursions from the north in the old world were Norscan raiders. They were people who lived in the shittiest place on earth, trying to use power given by dark gods to live in some place less shitty.
Yeah.
In Age of Sigmar, there is no one place that chaos originates from because it starts from the top and it flows downwards onto everybody. And that goes bad real fast.
Sorry, Sigmar. You forgot that rich people also suck.
Each of the gods does favor a realm that they emerge in. Corn emerges in Akshi, land of passions. The people there already practice like ritual combat and whatnot. If you want to flip to the next picture, is an image of corn demons flooding into the world.
Oof. I don't like these. I mean, I do like these guys as demon designs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I do like them as demon designs. But, like, not the same way I liked the dinosaur dudes.
That's fair, yeah. Tzeentch.
Their foreheads are so long.
Right? Tzeentch emerges in Shaman, the ever-shifting land of innovation, of hope. The Caradrod help usher Tzeentch into the world. Not intentionally, but you know, aspiration.
Oh, they're too pink.
Yeah.
They are, in fact, too pink, dear listener.
The epitome of
Too
Tzeentchian
much
demon are pink horrors. They have too many limbs and they're bright pink. If you kill a pink horror, it splits into two blue horrors. If you kill a blue horror, it splits into two brimstone horrors. It's just never ending.
No!
Nurgle emerges in Gairan, realm of life. Again, Nurgle is also a god of life. It's just by his metric, bacteria outnumbers everything else in existence 1,000,000 to 1.
Yep. I don't like it. It's slimy.
Right.
And porous
Gross.
and plague, pestilence.
Pustules.
Pustules. Thank you. That was
you're
the
good.
word. Who is Jabba the Hutt's drag queen cousin over here?
That's Kugath. He is a great unclean one, which is the highest rank of Nurgle demon.
He's got a foot where you wouldn't think a foot would be, and a mouth where you'd prefer there not to be teeth.
A lot of Nurgle demons are like that. As the god of stagnation, by the way, Nurgle is one of the only chaos gods who has like a fixed form. Like we know what he looks like, and all of his demons look like him.
Yeah.
That's
this guy looks like Slimer from
Yes.
Ghostbusters.
If you look at that guy, he looks kind of like a tiny version of Kugath.
Yeah.
And it's because they both look like Nurgle. That's a Nurgling.
That's a Nurgling? No! So sad.
Slaanesh is still trapped, even into the Age of Chaos, even into the Age of Sigmar. The bindings hold into the modern day.
Okay.
But Slaanesh's demons have noticed they've gone missing. And Slaanesh is the god of excess. And you know what is a form of excess?
Oh, tell me.
Perfection.
Oh.
That
wow,
Teklian ladder we were talking about.
Wow,
yeah.
Teclis. How did you fuck up so bad, Teclis?
The Lumineth, not as some people thought, like the daughters might be like the gateway for Slaanesh into the world. The Lumineth become so obsessed with their ideal of perfection and trying to like outcompete each other that eventually it just tears open the world for Slaaneshi demons to enter of their own accord.
It's just waltz right the fuck in, huh?
And they are looking for Slaanesh.
I like them.
Yeah.
I don't like all the tongues.
Yeah.
But I do like them.
They're a bit... The aspect of Slaanesh that most commonly gets like modeled and portrayed is like sexual excess, which is why they've got kind of the
deviancy,
a vibe. Yeah,
there's a very specific vibe going on here that I'll admit I don't dislike it.
It's
a
good design for demons of excess, right?
Yeah, like it doesn't feel voyeuristic.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm like,
they are like creatures
I'm upset by it, but not in the way I'm often upset by it.
They're creatures of like sexual excess, but it's not like you're not supposed to look on them and be like
ooh,
be
like, ooh, okay.
They're kind of horrifying in that way,
like,
which
oh,
is
shit,
the
okay,
point. And then finally, our newest member.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. The great horned rat. Who hung on to some of his mortal followers from the world that was.
Oh, damn, good for him.
Yeah, not for altruistic reasons.
No, but like, but good for him as in hey, successful.
Yeah. Whereas all of the other chaos gods need like mortals to create an opening for their demons to pour into the realms. The great horned rat during the end times pulled the capital city of Skavendom out of the world into the realm of chaos wholesale. And it's just been existing in the realm of chaos all this time, and he puts it in the sky.
In the sky?
Yep. It's just its own sub-realm.
Damn. Look at these fools. See, if these were the rats, the Nutcracker wouldn't stand a fucking chance. Oh, I like this big dude with a blaster arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's great.
He's a rat ogre.
A rat ogre!
Skaven practiced some real intense mad science. You make a rat ogre by starting with a normal Skaven and then sewing the muscles of like 100 more Skaven to him.
Sewing, you say?
It's not a breeding thing or like a species thing. It's a Frankenstein thing.
Fuck yeah. Cool. Go for it, man.
But yeah, the Great Horn Rat takes the city of Skavenblight and just places it in the sky amongst the stars. It becomes its own sub-realm. Becomes its own sub-realm called Blight City. And Skaven have spent so long in the realm of chaos that they have just become attuned to it and able to navigate it way more capably than basically anyone else. And they start burrowing from Blight City into the other realms.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah, that'll happen.
Burrowing through reality. But that, dear listeners, is not all who shows up.
Oh shit, who else shows up?
So we have the 4 chaos gods and their demons. We have the Great Horned Rat and his Skaven. He also has demons. They mostly just show up in Blight City, and then they follow the Skaven into the realms via the Gnaw Holes. That's how they traverse the rift.
Nice.
An old friend shows up as well.
We have friend in quotes?
Friend in quotes.
Okay.
A familiar face.
Oh boy.
You could say.
Okay.
We don't know where he shows up.
Okay.
But for weeks predating his arrival, the realms shake in anticipation.
Listen, you can't. I don't know if you can hear the fact that I keep moving around my mic. Like I can't sit still now.
His icon forming, carved into the earth of its own accord, and in the clouds in the sky. Statues in Azirheim, Sigmar's own city, cry openly, tears of blood.
Oh my god.
Seers and mages all across the realms have horrifying visions of entire realms cleaved in twain. A city disappears.
Which one?
Entirely. The city is called 12 Spires, and this is all we know about it.
It's just called 12 Spires, and it's gone now.
Yeah. The structures remain, but over the course of a single night, every living person in it vanishes.
Whoa!
With a banner of flayed skin hung above the gate, bearing his mark. And then, stepping from the realm of chaos, where he and his best knights and their horses
this guy
had been waiting.
Oh my god, this guy!
Archaon the Ever-Chosen.
Hey! This
Grand
guy!
Marshal
And his horse!
of the Apocalypse.
I do remember this guy! Yes!
Conqueror of worlds. The three-eyed king.
Yeah.
Grand Marshal of the Apocalypse.
Damn.
And his horse, Dorigar.
Hot fucking damn.
Yeah.
This dude is the cover of a metal album heavily influenced by Norse mythology.
You can see he's wearing the skulls of greater demons around his neck.
Good for him. You gotta let everyone know their place.
Right. Archaon, Ever-Chosen of the Apocalypse, reemerges into the realms, and he has not been idle.
I can't imagine a man like this could be idle.
This is going to be frustrating for a second. We don't know anything about what I'm about to say,
okay.
except that it happened
Okay.
in the potentially millions of years between the death of the old world and now. Archaon has led the conquest of countless other worlds.
What does elaborate? Dalton, I demand elaboration. What do you mean other worlds? I thought there were no other worlds.
We don't know. That's literally all we have.
There has to be other worlds because the lizard folk traveled through space.
Yeah. We know that sometimes...
Is it just planets? Are they just going to planets?
That's our best guess. None of them were as important as like what's going on here. A lot of them probably didn't have magic, we get the sense. And so they just didn't have any
defenses.
Places Archaon conquered in a day, right?
Yeah.
Head of the Riders of the Apocalypse, just destroying worlds in the Chaos God's name. His epitaph, Conqueror of 1,000 Worlds.
Great name.
And
Great name.
But it hasn't been all roses for Archaon.
No, it's just been flayed flesh banners.
If you'll remember, he didn't really put his own feet on this path. Right?
Yeah, he didn't really ask for this necessarily. It was other people's choices that drove him to be like, fine, I guess I'm going to do this.
Yeah. Archaon was a victim of fate. And while he didn't put his feet on the path, he has continued to walk it. He is a monster by every metric imaginable. But even he, Chaos's greatest champion, has started to chafe under the yoke.
Oh.
He signed up to get back at the world that wronged him.
Yeah, and this isn't that world.
No.
None of these are that worlds.
Yeah, he's conquered 1,000 worlds in the name of chaos gods that he couldn't care about.
Yeah, he's not here for them. He wanted revenge, and he got that.
Yeah, and then he had to do 1,000 worlds of day labor, conquering for the chaos gods, knowing that if he ever stopped, he would just be another soul lost to the realm of chaos. So even he, the most powerful chaos warrior alive, isn't really in the chaos, isn't really feeling what the chaos gods are handing out.
Damn, sounds like someone that Sigmar could maybe talk to. I don't know.
But
as
soon as he arrives in the mortal realms, he knows this one's different.
Oh.
Because this isn't just some faceless, nameless worlds the chaos gods have brought him to.
Because there are a lot of people who are from that old world who've been working really hard to kind of make it like the old one was.
Specifically, there is one person here. Before he was Archaon the Ever-Chosen, he was Daedric, priest of Sigmar.
Fuck.
The man who failed Archaon most.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Whatever trepidation Archaon was feeling about his service to the Chaos Gods, whatever.
You can throw that at the bottom of the river. We'll revisit it later. For now,
there will be eternity to plot his usurpation of the Chaos Gods. This is personal again.
Fuck yeah.
And that, I think, is where we're going to leave it for Myth into Chaos. This is still not technically the start of the Age of Chaos.
I've I would feel like everyone who lives in these worlds would beg to differ.
Yeah.
I think they all feel like it's pretty okay. The people that lived in that city of the 12 spires, I mean, they would beg to differ.
We are on the path for sure. Over the next couple of episodes, we are going to, I mentioned each of the emergences. Over the next couple episodes, we're going to go into detail with each of them. We're going to talk about how specifically Khorne came into Aqshy, the mortal champion that he tempted to open the gate for him, who has a wonderful name. I'll give you a little spoiler there. Ooh. His name is Corgus Cull. I love him terribly. He's the worst. We'll talk about each of the chaos. We'll go a little bit more in depth about each of the individual chaos gods. We'll talk about their demonic champions. We'll get to talk about Kairos Fateweaver, my favorite character in Age of Sigmar.
Do like that very much. Good name.
Okay. And then we'll culminate in the actual event that sets off the Age of Chaos.
Ooh, there's a starting point.
There is a...
To like a very clear moment in time.
Yep.
You don't get very many of those, but that's the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand kind of. Yep. This is when everything really broke bad.
Yep. So right now we are in the transitory period. But, yeah. Archaon. Sorry. I love that boy. He's a nightmare and I love him terribly.
Fucking go! I'm suddenly all on board again.
Right, walking the path to glory. Also, his horse is here. Sorry.
Also, his horse is here. I remembered the horse. He just asked for his horse.
Yeah, I must speak briefly of Dorgar, his horse. Mostly just because I think I said something incorrect during our Old World episode. I'm not as well versed in the Old World episode. Also, anyone who's mad at me about last episode, the things I probably got wrong about Nagash, I'm sorry. I just don't know the Old World very well.
I'm not.
But I think at one point I said that Dorgar was Archaon's childhood horse. That is not true.
Oh. Okay, I'm less invested in this horse relationship now.
Yeah. To confirm himself as the Everchosen, the great proving task that the Chaos Gods gave Archaon was to retrieve the 6 treasures of chaos.
Okay, I thought you were going to say
No. I think he did name Dorgar after his childhood horse, but I think that's the connection.
Oh man, no.
Dorgar is one of the treasures of chaos.
What?
He's the steed of the apocalypse. He's a demon. He's just a demon who takes the form of a horse.
Okay.
The other treasures of chaos, I'm going to remember I'm going to try and see if I can remember them off the top of my head. The armor of Morkar, which Archaon wears.
I would hope so.
In-game, it gives him a 50% chance to negate all damage. He's just crazy. The Slayer of Kings is his sword. It is a sword that can kill gods.
Yeah, absolutely. You want one of those?
Yeah, he's the Everchosen. The Helm of Damnation, which gives him supernatural presence over other Chaos Warriors.
Yeah.
Again, in-game, it makes them fight to the death, even if they don't want to. Dorgar is the fourth.
Horse.
The ever-burning icon of chaos, I want to say.
Those are the icons that appeared in the sky before you appeared?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And what is the last one? Oh, the Eye of Shirian.
Oh.
The Eye of Shirian is blessed by Tzeentch. It used to let Archaon see the future. He was one of the 2 characters in the setting who can see the future. But it got broken by an orc.
By an orc?
Grimgor Ironhide, who we talked about in the Gur episode briefly. Yeah. He was bound to the wind of Gur. He was its incarnate. He headbutt Archaon so hard once it broke the Eye of Shirian.
Is that why he's called the Three-Eyed?
Yeah, Three-Eyed King. But
more like the Two-Eyed King, and one eye that doesn't really work anymore.
Yeah, the Eye of Shirian still holds some power, but it's not as potent as it used to be.
I headbutted him so hard he broke the future-seeing demon eye. Oh, so good.
But when Archaon emerges into the realms, sorry, I'm just going off on Dorgar because he's great. When Archaon emerges into the realms, the Chaos Gods try and test his loyalty. They don't want him to go Rambo now that he's in a familiar place.
Yeah.
So they send 4 greater demons to challenge him. And he kills all of them, and he feeds their souls to Dorgar.
As you would.
Causes him to turn into a huge 4-headed dragon. 3-headed dragon.
Good.
Sorry. Because Slaanesh, it's 3 because Slaanesh can't send a champion because Slaanesh is chained up. And the Great Horned Rat does send a champion, and Archaon refuses to fight it because Archaon does not recognize the Great Horned Rat as a chaos god. Not who he swore an oath to.
The office tension.
Yep. But I didn't put it in the visual reference, but yeah, Dorgar is a giant 3-headed dragon now.
Sure, I'll get to see it later.
Oh, for sure. But that truly is where we will end this episode. Next episode, we are going to be talking about Khorne, the first to emerge, the first amongst the Chaos Gods on Aqshy. But Until then, I am your Warhammer aficionado, Dalton Montgomery.
And I'm Darren Smart, and I'm starting to think Achilles probably should have stayed home.
Thanks so much for listening.
Bye.